Hey, episode number 34 of Business and Leadership Stories, in which Sachin Bhandary from the Story Co. All-round good man. He coaches CEOs. He's a leadership guru himself. And of course, a man who, for the last 33 weeks of his life, has devoted himself to the cause of radio. He gives us a story a week and a very important, all-important marketing and communication skill that we can learn from that particular story. What's up, my friend from Mysore who's now in Mumbai?
All good, Hrishi. As usual, fun to be here and to enjoy the humidity of Mumbai.
Well, you're a solo flyer now. You run your own company, but there was a time when you were working for the Godrej Group. And lots of learnings in corporate India and working for India Inc. and a corporate communications job. 100%. And in particular about feedback. So today's title is What Makes Feedback Constructive? And let's start with your Godrej days.
Yes, so just a small correction, Hrishi. I wasn't working with Godrej directly.
You were the agency that serviced Godrej.
That's right. I was in the public relations agency that serviced Godrej. I was on the company's account for 7 long years. Started as an executive and quit the agency, quit the account as one of the account directors. So had an interesting journey there. But one story or one incident that has stayed with me since then, or my PR days, is when every month we had to go and present our work to the marketing council of the Godrej Group, which was headed by Tanya Dubash, Adi Godrej's daughter, who's also the CMO of the group. It was a very tough audience, right? Like all of them business leaders running P&Ls, very difficult to get their attention. They would be either drowned in their phone or their laptop or be reading something which they felt was more important. And I had to present my team's job or team's work. And more often than not, I would just look down and run through the slides as fast as I could to get to the other end of the slides and exit from that room because, I thought this audience is not at all interested in what I have to say.
Well, I have to say this in defense of my friend Tanya Godrej. I'm sure she would have heard you out if you had something very, very meaningful to say. But having said that, somebody gave you some great advice on feedback.
Right. So the thing is, like I mentioned, Tanya Dubash, and you said the right thing, that if you have something meaningful to say, the point is, I didn't think that I had something meaningful to say. That was the problem.
Therein is the catch.
Yeah. And there was this young gentleman named Adrian Terran who joined the Godrej Group as the head of corporate communications right before the rebranding of the Godrej Group happened. And the first meeting, when I was presenting, he walked up to me. He almost ran up to me after the presentation and he said, "Hey Sachin, what's up?" And I was like, "Nothing really. I'm done. I'm out of here." And he said, "Sachin, you present as if the weight of the world is on your shoulders. And if you don't believe in the work that you've done, how do you expect anyone else in that room to believe what you have to say or the work that you've done?" And that's when it hit me really hard that I was actually not just underselling myself. I was also underselling my team, my agency, and in a way the entire PR industry, right? So that was a moment of revelation. It was a transformative moment for me, honestly.
And Sachin, you, as much as debaters around the world, when you debated in school and college, you were always told, try and link up with Toastmasters. You're a firm believer in the Toastmasters. First and foremost, people who are living under a rock who don't know what Toastmasters is, explain the concept of Toastmasters and then talk about how a lot of people out there listening or watching this could use the Toastmasters model to actually improve their own communication skills.
That's right, Hrishi. I am a big believer in Toastmasters. So Toastmasters is a not-for-profit organization which helps you build your public speaking and leadership skills. I was on the fence about joining the Toastmasters for many years, since college actually. Just plain procrastination, nothing else. And when Adrian gave me that feedback that Sachin, you present like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, I was like, I really have to do something about this. I mean, it's only I who can change this. Nobody else can help me. And then I looked up a few Toastmaster chapters. There was one in Bandra in National College. I think it still exists. It's called Mumbai Toastmasters. Joined that club the next Sunday. And the interesting part or the good part of the story is that, within a month, the club actually gave me so much in terms of public speaking and communication that my next presentation was actually a hit. Everybody in the marketing council was listening, was paying attention. In fact, we also had a conversation, and then the same man, Adrian, when we stepped out of the room, came and congratulated me and told me, Sachin, this is exactly what you are and who you are, and I'd love for you to continue to present the way you are presented today. You know,
I've noticed that people are often very judgmental about their criticism, judgmental about people.
Yeah.
We're unable to adopt a partisan attitude when we're asked to give an opinion on somebody. And I think that could be the root cause of this, isn't it?
Right. I think, a lot of times we talk about feedback and how to deliver feedback, so the mechanics of it or the technique of it. So the communication tip in this particular story, I believe, is that what happened with Adrian, though his feedback was a bit hard hitting, right? You're just out of a presentation, you've sort of had a tough 30 minutes in a room, and somebody comes and tells you present like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you want to ask that guy to
buzz off.
Right. So but what I realized was different about Adrian's feedback and why I actually took action is because his intent was right. His intent clearly was that he wanted me to improve and thereby improve the entire department's positioning within the group and things like that. So his feedback was not to show me down. A lot of time what also happens in organizations is that feedback is just a masquerade to actually put someone down.
Bully a person.
Exactly.
A person, yeah. That's wonderful. So you're saying constructive feedback that the mentor and the mentee can both benefit from.
Exactly.
Yeah?
And as a mentor, as somebody who's in the position to be able to give feedback to someone else, you need to ask yourself objectively, am I giving this feedback because I want this person to improve, or is there some element of bias, prejudice, or me wanting to play a power game here? And if the answer to those questions is no, then the feedback is the right with the right intent, and then of course it's up to the mentee to take it up or not.
Well, best of luck on tracking down some Toastmasters in your city. Sachin Bhandary is available for any coaching that you need at a singular level or at a group level. And if you're the HR of companies, you know what to do. Get in touch with the man. He tells these wonderful stories. Where can one reach out to you, buddy?
Yes, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I have a profile, of course, which goes by my name. It's Sachin Bhandary. Sachin is easy. Bhandary is Bhandary. And on the profile, there's a link which says get in touch or stay in touch. You can click that and either subscribe to my newsletter or also, set up a call with me to discuss how I can help your organization and people win with stories.
And I'm very confident that you will emerge the victor as far as this is concerned.
Thank you so much.
Buddy, till next time, see you, take care of yourself, and thank you for your insights.
Look forward.
94.3 Radio 1.